We're on, but I don't have my water, and we start in about 12 minutes. Be right back. There we go. I'm back with my water. It's a cool day, so get that warmth. Hello, whoever you are. Oh, Miguel. We've got 10 minutes. Let's do that exercise we were talking about. I'll get this over here. Bring this over here. Let Miguel see the board. And we did that at 5Q. Let's do it again. 5Q, I'm white, just because. And it's not how fast can you put the stone down, but rather simple. No real choices yet, right? Pretty easy stuff. So, time to deal with something. The left is looking big. That's a double sente. Hit it again. And now I can take the corner. Very nice. Okay. Corner's dead. Let's fix this so he can't hurt us there. His turn. I'm just alive. I don't care if he turns. Well, if he turns, it's sente. Okay, one more time. If he turns, it's gote. Big difference. Time to deal with the upper left. Right? Big obvious thing. You're there. Where? I don't know. Something easy in this area. How about here? If I ignore that, I'm fine, right? Don't see a problem. So I will continue on in that direction. Sure, I won't read that one out. I'm sorry, I'm just alive. Just start walking in. Everything's taken care of. Corner. And what? Let's do a touch, see what happens. That seemed kind of easy. Just, I don't know if that works. I'll just put it in there. If I come down, he cuts, Atari, save, Atari, save, Atari. Says that's just a ladder. I don't know if those two stones live. I don't care. I'll drop down here. So I'm 20 points ahead with no trouble. So the question is, why wouldn't you play those moves? Now, part of the reason, any viewers, I'm talking to Miguel here, is I have vast experience. I mean, not thousands of games, not tens of thousands of games, solid 100,000 games. I mean, I've played a lot. So being familiar, it's easier to put stones down. But still, I'm playing, 1 second moves. Can you keep it under 5 seconds to come across stuff like that? So that's just an exercise Miguel and I were doing this morning that I'm trying to show him about. Okay, that's that. Let's just, we have a few moments. So Miguel, you're there, right? Are you off getting water or are you here? Okay. So this Joseki, we know this Joseki. Let's look at this one briefly. White can easily play away. The idea being that if black cuts, and black doesn't want to capture because this is such a good move for white, so instead black will play this way, and white has a stable group. White has 4 stones here. Black has 5 stones. Black should have 8 more points than white. White has 2, 4, 6, 8, almost 10. Black should have 18. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 to 18. So it's very equal. So the idea that we can play away. So in the upper right, everything's fine. Black can play away. It's not like the Joseki's actually finished. It's just finished enough where black is perfectly fine. Yeah, but if black plays away, white gets a nice Atari and the drop down's nice. Yeah, but now black plays away again. Once, twice, that is so big, and black's perfectly healthy on the upper right. So that's the attitude here is black can play away because he's fine. But if he wants to continue, sometimes we like the wall. That can be very nice, assuming it's being used. Or the one you did this morning, this one. This is the actual, we're finishing Joseki. And then white has some choices. I was in a game recently that I felt that this, what black's getting on the right was just too good in Sente. I couldn't let it happen. And I thought about it, I did a lot of reading, and I decided on this. Now, white's alive. Either live with A or live with B. Walk away. I really needed Sente, and he does have cuts, and usually we Atari once, and then I walked away, and I really felt that I got a tempo back. Yeah, I barely lived in the corner, but I got a tempo, if not 2, I don't know. So it's interesting. There's lots of Joseki involved with this. And me being a simple-minded guy, just walking away just feels great. This, too, is a Joseki. White got pushed around a little bit. Black got in the corner. Okay. We have a minute. I actually don't know what we're going to do in this monthly free lecture. What about, let me look at this real quick. No real questions there. Okay. I'm thinking about what we're doing. Our go time starts in about a minute and a half. This could be good looking at. Let's do that. Okay. I think we are about ready. We have a few seconds. Hello, second person that walked in. Welcome. Okay, let's get started. So here's a game. Two super strong KGS players. KGS players probably know both these players. Sai's pretty famous. Dom's a professional. I'm sure these are both professionals. KGS, there's plenty of pros that are 7-Dan on KGS, which is interesting. 8-Dans are almost all pro level, but might not have a certificate. 9-Dans, I don't know. But KGS, I believe, is the strongest server. Hello, third person. Welcome. So let's have a look at their game and see if we can read their minds, which is how I tend to review, is just try to get into their heads. I played 2 3-3s. Let's talk briefly about 3-3s. Let's say we play a simple Joseki. The thing about the 3-3 is there's no relationship between A and B. If we were closer to A, we start developing a relationship. That's the trick about 3-3s. It just doesn't work with anything else. So what we tend to do is play this sort of move, saying I'm going to build a big bottom, or I'm going to drop down and finish, this sort of thing. So 3-3s are funny. Very simple. Live in Black's area. Considered slightly slow, but, third of a point and half a point. So I like playing this move. I'm settled. What's the problem? Well, the problem is Black's getting whatever he wants, wherever he wants. When we play here, White's trying to get more. For instance, White had an awfully easy time up there. Feels like Black did something wrong. White's in our area, so it's natural for Black to come in and try to cause some problems. And this is all standard. Come up. Get out. Okay, here, this cleans things up. Problem is, Black gets corner sente. What White would like to do is make this exchange, and White came out a few points ahead. So White knows when he plays here, Black's probably going to fight me on this. So again, this is all standard. White says, well, I'll live with some points, and now Black's group is clearly weak. Black defends. We usually see the defense here. I was surprised to see it here because it just feels like Black's still a bit awkward. White says, great, I got that in sente. I can come back to the fight. Now we're on the most common variation, this fight. Black comes out. Here, makes sense. Get out more, threaten the cut. And there's some Aji things here. If we fix the cut, then white's connected under. Miguel, this all makes sense and useful, or only makes a little bit of sense and not very useful? Because I'm just talking away here. Yes. Makes sense and useful, I'm assuming. Okay. So white's move makes sense. Black fixes. Now white would love to get out at A, except it's cut. B, okay, B's kind of sente if black fixes. Okay. But then we have the contact play, forcing the issue. And that's definitely the most common idea. Force the issue, mostly force black to make decisions. Yeah, you're awfully new at Go. And the idea that I'm saying, oh, this is standard. You're like, standard? I've never seen it before. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Back to here, when white plays this move, he's clearly saying, go ahead and kill my A stone. I'm happy to chase B. So that makes sense. Here, great. Let's go forward with what we said. Go ahead and take the stone, and I'll attack on the right. So black makes a decision. No, I don't want that. So every move does make sense, which is kind of the point of we're seeing how strong players think and that it makes sense. Contact play. When black conade, it makes this move more difficult. So I assumed white was going to play here and then come out well. But white cut, which is better for points and life. I hadn't thought about that. And I go, oh, well, that's a good idea. Tari down. Tari, don't save. Come underneath. That's the safe side. If we save, just all sorts of trouble. So this is the strong way. Into the corner. Then away. Miguel, you and I also talked about this morning. White's playing away. What about the A group? Well, let's have a look. If black plays here to stop white from getting eyes, if we come down, it's a bunch of cuts. That's weak for black. But if black plays it this way, well, first, we're very out in a lot of ways here, and virtually alive. So white's pretty strong here, actually. So white plays away. That would worry me a little bit. I'd want to do some reading, and I'm sure he did. Black. So from this position, what should black be thinking? In my mind, black's thinking about the A group. I don't have a base. I'm thick. I like that I'm thick, but no base. And white's thin, thin, thin. I'm thick. He's thin. I want to be helped. It's kind of a natural starting point. Is black going to end up where he gets this, but now it's strong instead of weak? That would be nice. So white Black threatening the cut. White says no cut. Now we've got questions about the A group. A lot of reading here. Black cuts, Tari, ladder. Okay, very nice. So the Hane Sente, Tari, connect. I think I probably would have done this again. I don't know. Maybe it's a matter of, now what do you do? Just give up that whole thing? Then you shouldn't have done it to begin with. Miguel, you see how I'm kind of reading their minds, or, attempting to? Why did they play this? And you and I talked about this morning, how to review, how to decide. And one conclusion we drew was we won't know, but we can start making educated guesses. White, black, jump. What is that about? Some reading again, right? On principle, we know this is wrong. That's an inside move that just says, please surround me. This is an inside move, please surround me. That means we're looking for A or B. Okay, so here, if black cuts, boom, is to come back, boom, is to come back, kill. Now, us normal amateurs don't read this sort of move out. It's called a glance. It's like, yeah, we know that. I can read it subconsciously in a second, less than a second. And to me, that's what this move is for white. Just, yeah, it works fine. Just look, see all these cuts. Don't worry about it. Did he specifically read out move by move and knew? I don't know, but it's the sort of move I would play without a lot of thought. Interesting. Black says, my A group doesn't feel good. Okay. He also has concern about his B group and the cut at C. Which one's important? I think this one is my weak group. Connect. Why would you connect if he can't cut? Well, it just means that all these attacks have to be met with this move, and black gets the profit. So here, Gote, take care of it. Now the cut works. Can't surround us. This peep is interesting to me. I've learned a certain perspective. One might say, well, I don't see much value in A and B. True. But let's have black has 3 moves in a row. Well, I don't see much value in any one of those moves. Yeah, but it's nice to have free moves on the board. They will become useful. So that's the perspective. When you can peep and it's not a bad move, then it's a good move. It's a free move on the board. Even though it's not much value, it will be used maybe a lot. White comes out, makes sense. Fix, makes sense. I actually don't like the peep, or I'm concerned about the peep, because this is cut. But I think white's saying black's group on top is very weak. So, I mean, it's not like there's a problem for white. So since I can't, white's actually not weak, so I will peep. On top of which, now when white pushes, we're in position to get out well. So a lot of little details why the peep is useful. So black, white. Now we look at the top. White's completely behind enemy lines. Is white alive? Run before living. Good. Live. Okay. So white lives. That suggests that if black went for the kill, that white threatened to get out. Tari, what's his counter here? Is it... So white must have a counter here, or black can just kill the corner. So when black plays here, it's like we want white to live. This black move is so thick and strong, super useful. So I'm interested in what he's thinking here. Is he thinking, yeah, I can go for the kill, but I'm weak. And I don't care about the kill. I care about being strong. That's my guess. Ooh, great move. A is trapped inside a large B structure. What to do? Makes sense? Makes sense? What about here? Doesn't this grow the bottom better? We're growing so well here. Yeah, but we're giving white too much. This is making the two stones stronger so that we can fight. There's a fight against the A group and the B and the C. I tend to think of this move, but he's saying, no, I want strength, and now I can fight A, B, or C. That would be hard for me to see that. Okay, nice. That's interesting. Do we defend A or B? That's tough. And why are we running with the knight's move? That's tough. This is a hard move. One would think of running this way, okay? But running this way. Boom, 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 boom. Got to back off. Boom, got to back off. Boom, still weak. Now that, yeah, too weak. So white says, if you cut me, you're going to fall apart. That makes sense. Time to do some living. Sure. Yep. Doing some living. A lot of forcing moves. What's white going to get? Wow. Does white really think black dies first? No. Does white think the center is that big? Because all of what I can get in the center? Maybe. Wow. Okay, only one eye. Make the threat. Make the threat. This is really good reading here. Black has problems. Out. Black has to fix. So then we started in the corner. High level stuff here. Okay. Cut. Surround. It's a lot of reading here. Atari. Atari. This is a big one. And now what happens? Atari, Atari, connect under. So the corner lived because of connect under. Black takes a center in Sente, super strong, lots of influence. So long and complex, but I'm thinking this is a lot of stones on the first and second line. A lot of those are just, I don't want to say wasted. So let's try to catch this. Did they read it all out? Okay. From early on, white knows my corner's not alive. Did they read that out? No, it's kind of a basic, yeah, of course they can kill me. Okay. Is he thinking he's alive? The corner's alive? No, that's not what they're thinking. It's getting liberties, create the Aji. And this is the thing strong players go for is, yeah, I know A's dead, but there's so much Aji. The weakness there, the weakness there, the weakness there. Aji everywhere. Welcome back. You want to close the door for me? I'm in the middle of a lecture. Thank you. So, use the Aji. I would say they've both glanced around. They both have impressions. Now, this is me taking a guess from pretty good experience, a lot of conversations with players and my own experience. And now, for the first time, they're both starting to do a little more reading, right? It's kind of like phase 2. And White's thinking, is it time for me to get some Sente in and build my center, give up the corner? Or is it time to start the Aji? A little bit of reading. And it's not conclusional reading, if that's a word, but rather, oh, I'm seeing so much White can do. Kind of like that. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Squeeze, whether I'm alive or dead, squeeze. I would say starting around here, they're getting an impression of the conclusion. And they're like, okay, let me read this out. I'm choosing this way because of. Now they're starting to get some concrete reasons. This is White just getting liberties with, I'd say there's some conclusions here. Atari, that's big. Capture, connect under. Yeah, so I would say mostly with Aji, one gets a feeling of, oh, he's weak over here, I can cause trouble. Where's the most trouble I can cause? And once it starts taking shape, you see something and start reading. So that's my 2 cents worth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, as it stands, Black has 7, so this is Sente. Now Black has 8. White can't get Sente out of it. and black comes in. Interesting. Third line, I would have thought fourth. I don't know. Territory. B would be saying, I can still attack C. A means, C, pretty hard to attack. I'm going to go for points instead. That's my guess. Very fancy stuff going on here. Surrounding white. Wow, how did that happen? Black, white. What? Running into the fire? Shouldn't you be putting out the fire? No, I can afford going into the fire. That's interesting. What was he thinking? Does he feel he made a bad choice? So black cuts. Kills. This is just doing a Tsuji to get some extra. This is all Tsujis to get liberties. And white's officially surrounded. And then we start the fight. Who's going to die first? Wow, lots of back and forth here. Some throw-ins. And now I can connect under or kill the corner. Cut through. Sente. Connect. So we're seeing the A group dying. It's very complicated. Boom. And then the vital point. I would not have found the vital point. I would think of this move, but then I have to play this way and then this way. Maybe it works. I don't know. But this is an interesting placement. Ko, Atari. Ko threat to kill everything on top. Atari. Atari. Beautiful sequence. Atari. And black says, no problem. This is massively large, which it is. And white resigns. So my reason for us reviewing this mostly is, should players review strong players' games? I'm saying yes. Really? Well, how does one do that? Trying to read their minds. Why do they play? How do they make this decision? Make sense, Miguel? Yeah. Now, I have some big memories when I was near my peak, or at my peak, playing super strong players, and the game is profoundly epic. Whole board, all fights. And it's not that we're reading as much as using the stones efficiently, aggressively, not too aggressively. So all those feelings, I would say, are an awfully big part. Okay, that was our review. That was 30 minutes for the last 30. Let's just have some fun. Not that that wasn't. And let's play against 3Q. We like that. Yes. You have an idea. I like ideas. Linz. I have a bot which is human-like. You can set it to any level and the moves look interesting. And what's your idea about this bot? Would you like to try? I see. What level does the bot claim to be? Any level. To make it easy on me and educational for everybody, let's put it at 3Q. That's just most of my students, 7Q, 6Q, 3Q. It's like that's an awfully good level. And that way I don't have to worry and stress. Here, custom game. MF, private. Let's get lots of time in case we need it. And I'll be white, that way I can take control if I need to. Not that, I don't know. Ready? Okay, your move. The bot's move. Keep things, for these types of games, I like to play just real basic, and everyone get to see, oh, basic play. That sounds easy. And it is. Miguel's over there having fun. I'll set it to 7 down and trick him. I love me some 3-3. Again, or jump to the third line. Again. A weakness. Let's hit the weakness. Okay, I'm alive. If he drops down, Gote. If I play it, might be Sente. But I'm not ready to guarantee that. Let's figure out the move. I'm fine. He's fine. Let's go. This is pretty big. Let's just play a regular opening move. Not worry. And then that means this is easy and obvious. I wasn't sure where to play. Now I am. Oh, I think white's ahead now. If I play again, will I be happy to turn? Yeah, I will. Weakness, I'm going to cut without regard to anything. Just to create the weakness. And now, what to do? Am I alive? Yes. Should I try to hurt his weakness? I don't know. I don't see anything that works. I think I'll go about my business. And this is still on my mind. Kind of feels like a double sente. It's not quite, but feels pretty big. Okay. Top or his area? That move increased his wall, making his whole bottom moyo kind of bigger. I'm thinking of dealing with it. What, a cap? Reasonable. We could cap. Anything else? Maybe just cap. Kind of a natural move to limit what he can do there. If I do nothing, black, white, black, I'm dead. Okay. Okay, I don't really care about the points he's getting on the left. Can he attack me? I don't think so. I'm going to play. Oh, no one can see. Sorry. Embarrassing. Sorry about that. I'm going to go through that briefly. Sorry about that. I guess. So I decided to go 3-3. Hit the weakness. This seemed natural and big. It shows us the 3-3. Weakness, cut it. Nothing obvious to do. What's next? Limit his moyo. Oh, I did this first. Limit his moyo. Live. That leads us to here. Okay. So I'm thinking A or B. Those are the ones that come to mind. Is there something wrong with C? If he turns at B, doesn't bother me. Isn't C the next biggest? I think so. Fourth line, because this board's about influence. A big part of my thought is my single stone at F10. It's like it's all alone. Yeah, but it's kind of like a forcing move. I forced him to limit himself. And it's not like I can kill it anyway. I'm looking forward to jumping at R10. The right's big, but not urgent. Oh, thank you. Here it comes. Resume. Okay. What in the heck should I do? When I consider fighting there, to me that means my A stone is going to get in trouble. If I fight his stone, I could get in trouble. That's my first thought. So based on that, I'm just going to save myself. Now I can fight well, and now I can invade well too. Let's just make sure you can't go in that direction. Once again, sure. Clean up my weakness, hopefully in Sente. Sure. Just something real basic here. He's not alive. Okay. If I play, I'm not even sure it's Sente. So I'm going to drop down to the other place I wanted. That makes all those stones, their meaning comes out. Clean it up. Okay, that's finished. I'm looking at the C9 placement. If I play it now, he stops me from connecting under. Boom, boom, boom. It doesn't look too useful yet. Okay, am I concerned about him building his center? Not really. I'm going to come back to this now. That looks like next biggest. Sure. And then fix. I like my top. I'm more looking at my R10. It's getting bigger and bigger. Sure. Is he alive? It's a good question. Okay, I think I'll come out. Next biggest. His center is pretty much getting close. Kick it and jump. Sente, take it away. This is Sente because he's going to die. Now I can think about the Hane and even double Hane. But if you look at the two stones he's threatening there, that I'm threatening, if we were going to grab those stones, we'd be using our fingertips, meaning just a little bit of space, while his bottom moyo, large handful. So I'm ready to not worry about his stones and start coming in. Coming in to me suggests looking at this move, you can see my cursor, what's going to happen there? Black. If he cuts, I cut. He goes to kill it somehow. Atari, is this an overplay? Boom, black, white. Black does some saving. Atari, save, connect, boom, boom, boom. I'm not sure it dies. So I'm going to play another way. I'm thinking that the bottom right black area, I think that's his at this point. I'm never coming in there. So I'll use this in game. It's rather big. Then how do I deal with this? Boom. I think we'll test him here. This first, then this, depending on what he does. Okay. I'll just take my points. That's fine. They're big. Nice handful of points, which actually secures my area well. What's that? That pretty much means the computer's thinking, I got to do something. That's silly. Yeah. So when the computer says, I'm behind, he tries to do something. This is the computer giving up. Absolute Gote. Let me double check that. Da-dun, dun, dun, no, dun, da-dun, dun, dun. If I do nothing, he Ataris, I capture. He comes in. He just doesn't have the liberties. I'll be fine, I think. Where to next? Either the center and Gote, or let's fool around with this guy. If I can just capture here, that's plenty big. Decision time. What's he going to do? Thank you very much. You think you're doing something? He's got a double Atari, got a lot of weaknesses. Am I comfortable just doing this? Yeah, he's the weak one. I'm feeling pretty good here. Shall I just let him in? I kind of think so. Yeah. He has no eyes. He'll be completely surrounded. And I have a lot of potential for life in the corner anyway with liberties. So I think this should work out fine. This gets back to the strong player game we read. That we played. Did I read all this out? No. My center should have lots of good stuff. For instance, I'm living, I'm getting liberties. Oh, you read this out? No, it's just the nature of it. This good enough? Should I go for life? Let's go for a living move. Not that I know. Then he's going to have one eye, and that's fine. Tari. Not an eye. I think, can he live? No. Then I'll just confirm my life because I'm not sure I'm alive. This way? Sure. Did I read it out correctly? Is there a way he can live? Okay. If I play here, he cannot get two eyes. I hope I'm seeing this correctly. If he plays, that's an eye. Thank you. Can you get an eye on the right? Just here, right? Yeah. So I can connect. That's one thing in my favor. And when he disconnects, it's Gote. Okay. So I would like my group to have liberties. I could do, what does reset mean? I could do this in Gote. That's weak. I'm going to go this way. This is a good living type move. Tari. Keep going. If I go for the net, Tari, out, Sente. Go for the net, which doesn't work. Still doesn't work. Now it works for white. Threaten to kill. Now I've got lots of liberties. Now I'll get this group to have a lot of liberties. And he just threatened my top group. Thank you very much. So now he's dead, unless he can get a second eye up there, which I don't believe he can. One, two, three, four liberties. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. So if I play first, I can kill him. Okay. I think I'd prefer to just get out. Thank you very much. I need to maintain at least 4 liberties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It seems to me I could play away and I still win. I'm not about to. Thank you very much. I'll make sure I just win this. Okay. He can do some funny business here. Is that true? 1, 2, 3. The end. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can clearly play away. But I'm just going to finish this up. So what's, I'm going to do the score estimate. It says I'm ahead by 22, and it's reading the board correctly. Okay, now there are no possible variations. He has 2. And so I'll just start walking in, and white's ahead. Good. Miguel, does the computer say something? Did it resign? Okay. Let's see the high points here. Now, let's remember the point of these lectures, for me, being entertaining, that's pretty low on the list. I kind of like joking around, but really the desire I have, when I was a 6Q, 5Q, 4Q, I was horribly frustrated. No one would explain this stuff to me. Now, there's hardly, if we saw a 1 dan, we're like, oh my God, it's a 1 dan. I mean, back then, Go was different. Just no one could tell us. So my desire is for people to go, oh, I see. So let's look at it from that perspective. I like the 3-3 personally. I used to play this move, but now I'm weak. And then I saw my YouTube hero play this one. So I've been playing that one. I consider this, but it puts us in the same position. The 3 in a row is awkward. So that's why I'm playing this move. Why would he leave a weakness? Exploit the weakness. I'm more alive. I have more points. He's got a weakness. And now he has 2 weaknesses. So I'm looking forward to using that. Should I do it now? No, one thing at a time. Where to? I'm looking at A, B, C. So many black stones down there. Let me get my own fresh fruit, to quote in song. Now my move's easy to see, easy to find. Oh, just cut. Is there something I can do? I don't see it. Go to the next thing. Next thing. This is a bit of a choice. Shall we play our Moyo? I don't know. I'm kind of thinking not. I'm not convinced. I wanted to come in because I thought his area was interesting and large. Doesn't mean I was right. But it's rational, right? That's all we want to go for. Rational. That keeps up us in the 85, 90% easy. I did not want to take this double Sente because he's so thick and strong. I'm afraid he's going to start fighting back. I don't want him to be strong like that. So I held off. This also is alive. This might be better for the right. I'm not convinced, but okay. This allows me to treat my stone as a forcing move and play the big move. Really feel like white's got on track here. Here, I want to play A, B, or C so bad. That's what I want to do. But I recognize whichever one I do, I mean, black's got 3 options for health. He's not weak. Do I just love the corner profit? I don't know. It seems even if he plays first, I'm getting this much, right? How much am I really adding? On top of which, I've left a weakness. I didn't like that. Okay. Now, I went through these. It's pretty quick because, for instance, this move, I'm getting nothing on top. Nothing. Okay, let's not do that. Okay, we'll do this one. Then he just lives. So I couldn't find anything of value. So go home. Now that black stone is going to have a hard time running. I like it. Run home. Keep him weak. And then here. Everyone on the planet wants to play here. And I'm not convinced it's a mistake. But if we're saying black's alive, and this might even be Gote. Maybe he's alive anyway. He can escape. So I thought, let's go with the big move. That's what all my stones were saying was, I want the left. then that's the next biggest thing. Let's come down. I got Sente. That's nice. And I've been waiting for that. I am so looking at this move, right? I want it so bad. It's one thing at a time. That's it. Let's ask him the question. Oh, I did this first. Then I asked the question, what do you want to do? He says, I want to be strong in the center. Great, I'll take the points. And so now I'm just ahead. Let's read this out. If I do nothing, Tari, save, out. Boom, boom. 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 And he can't play there because I capture him. I figured, now I didn't read it out, but I have an eye, he doesn't. It's like, it has to be a pretty special circumstance for the eye to lose. Like if I had to play this move now, and this move, oh, then I think he's going to win. Okay, so I did that and that. He should probably give these up and play for a big moil. That concerns me more. Pretty hard to get in there. This might be the most I can do. I don't know. That would concern me. Let me look at the score estimator. Let's do the more honest way. Score estimator. One has white dead in a few spots. So this was a concern to me. Like maybe I should have dealt with it more severely. That would be here. Where? Oh, I know. Here. This would make more sense, perhaps. Just respecting the center more. That might be more reasonable. Okay, good. Anyone have any questions before we call it quits? I often disrespect a moyo and get punished. It's happened too many times. And it might have happened this game if he'd played better. Okay, everybody. Thanks for coming. Hope it was useful, entertaining, all like that. Thanks, Miguel, for helping. Catch y'all later. Bye.